Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera. And we are on air, and we got Nate in the house. Nate, will you do that thing that made us happy just a minute ago? Just watch this.
It's the factory glass going up and down the door here. Put the stopper all back on and stuff.
Awesome.
Made it work.
So basically, I've been talking to Nate. Nate's been doing the job on this door here, doing the job on this door right now. So basically, he has leaned everything in on the window.
Yeah, so where you got this here leaned in, I had to take the tracks and cut them and lean them in and add to the brackets.
Right. To get.
Brackets. And then the linkage that rolls up and down in the door was where the glass was out too far, the linkage was in too far. So I had to cut the I don't know what they're called, braces off the tracks.
Okay.
The linkage. Cut it and put it inside and shorten it a bit. And now it works.
I didn't know you had to do
I
that.
had to do that to make it come up right. But I left lots of room for the rubbers. It's got lots of wiggle room, and the stoppers the same now.
I got to take a look now. You cut them arms off too.
So these arms here,
Yeah.
where the arm was,
I want to shut that
the
off.
back of the glass tipped in closer to the door. Where it tipped in closer to the door, the arm was too. I had to cut the arm off and put one arm behind the other to get more space so it wouldn't bind when it went up.
Okay.
Because it was binding. And then where the tracks tipped in, we had to add pieces in it.
To this channel here.
Yeah, to the track here, and there's a back one here. Had to add a piece in it where they bolt on
Right on.
to keep the glass in.
So your bolts are here or here?
That's one bolt there, another one here. And then
Okay.
the original two bolts are here. I just cut the original bracket off and added in a 2-inch piece.
And pushed it in towards the front of the
pushed the
door.
bottom of the track into the door. So now it's working pretty darn good. There's lots of room for the rubbers. That goes up there. I got a stopper set up. It's all good on the stopper now, so it's nice and flush. Stopper. So now I'm just gonna go for I got this here all set up nice and good for a quarter window. Now I want to put that's where I'm heading next.
He's cooking with gas.
Not the greatest to explain stuff, but we'll try.
You got it right on the money there. That stuff right there is stuff that I don't enjoy that much because it's kind of slow work, is it not? You really have to start.
I guess I probably got in just this here going up and down and working stuff. I probably got 3 hours in it.
Yeah, I'd have a lot more than that.
2.5, 3 hours in that. And then I had a couple hours in this quarter, but that's separate. A couple hours in the quarter with them.
Yeah.
I'm not done there yet.
So it'd be a good day to do a door.
For one side.
Yeah.
Day, yeah. And that doesn't count. I mean, I'll get the framework, and then you'll have to get glass cut for the flip of the quarter. But we're using the original glass here, so that's a savior.
Yeah, it is so.
Yeah.
And it don't have to go nowhere.
Right.
Stay right here.
Yeah.
That's even better. When you have to ship it out and do a glass guy, well then you have to make an appointment and you have to get it there and you have to get it back and
These ones and them ones, you can get them ones done at the same time or something.
That'd be awesome. Cool. So what I'm going to do today, I've got the taillights welded on. Got them welded on. I guess all it matters is what I think. I think they're going to look fantastic with it all one color. I can see it painted with the car, all one color with the taillight on it. We might buy some of those blue dots that go on the end of them or something like that. I'm still thinking that the bumper's got to come out quite a ways. Not sure, but this is my first 50 shoebox Ford, but I think the bumper comes out a ways. I'd like to have some kind of pan underneath there. I'm not sure if it had a pan to start with or not underneath the bumper, but it does in the front. But that's going to come out a ways. But I'm liking them, I guess. The car's low, the taillights are long, they're kind of futuristic looking. Maybe like, they look kind of futuristic looking. I'm happy with them. But I'm going to start filling them out. And basically that's what I'm doing. I'm going to run around the car and do a bunch of stuff that I feel like needs to be done or that I want to do. But I started filling this taillight out. I've got this one ground so I can fiberglass it out. I'm going to take in these little pieces right here, these little strips that go in the car. I'm not sure. I ground this one off. Fiberglassed it. And ground that one off. And I was thinking that I was going to weld that up. But there's material in between. I'm not sure why. but there's a material in between each panel there for some reason, and I guess it was necessary. But I did not weld it up. I fiberglassed it, and I'm hoping it's going to stay. Generally, you would weld that up just like the roof drip molding, but I did not. The reason being is there's a material in there, and I did not want to get into it. So that's what I'm going to do right this present second. I'm going to buff that off. I'll glass it up, clean it up, and go for it. And if it breaks off or does anything before we paint it, we'll fix it. Feels like if you can see that, see how I pulled that out? I'm not sure if it's material or it could even be like a seam sealer that's gone bad maybe or something, but there's something in there. I'm not willing to weld it up. I'm not willing. I'm going to pick at it for a little bit to make it just a little bit more adherable, you know. If it's dug up pretty good, it generally holds on a little better. I've got that ground off, ready for mud. This is scratched off around the outside of that. We took the fiberglass off. That's basically all the fiberglass that we're going to use on that back panel. You know, we put a fair bit on, but this panel was not prepped right, and it sanded back just perfectly. It feathers on the black stuff, or whatever, primer or paint, whatever, it feathers on that, so I'm happy with that. If it did not adhere, or, you know, a feather on that black stuff, we would have to strip it all off and then do it that way. It'd be a little bit more, work actually. Around the back there, that part there, basically just using what we need. I buffed it off the sander. But you would never put body fill on metal like that; it'll fall off on you. It won't stick that well. So basically, the whole panel probably needs to be scratched. It does need to be scratched before any primer or anything goes on it. Got these ground up pretty good. That's basically probably the way it should look before you start mudding something. Or scratched up like that. It should be very, you know, should be scratched up good before you start mudding. I've made the mistake many times. I'm just going to take this little die grinder, stick it in this little groove here, and just chunk it up a little bit, put some picks in it. Maybe it'll stick a little bit better. When I was at Gene Winfield's many years ago, he would have some of the guys with drills, and he'd cut the end off a drill bit, and wherever you would be mudding, he would like make you take the drill and the drill bit, and just it would hit the car, and it would like put little pits in it, so the mud would adhere better. Pretty cool. We know that the fiberglass sticks to the black stuff, so I'm good. If the fiber goes over there a little ways, I'm good there with the metal because I've just stripped it with a grinder and put a pick tool. It's quite rough, like a cat's tongue, and it should be good to rock and roll. I'll put a little fiberglass on this stuff around the edge of the welds just because it needs a little love. We'll put a little love on it. Look at that, buddy. Jimmy Servino was a friend of ours from California that's worked with Gene Winfield for many years. He was saying about the windows, be careful of the windows because you might not get them back out because as far as you've chopped it, or we've chopped it, and there you go, we just got them out. That's a plus, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tricky, but it works.
It's tricky.
I thought it was going to be a lot worse.
I had faith, Nate. I had faith. Yeah, I had faith, buddy. I had faith. Don't know if I need that much, but I'm gonna thin it down a little bit. Fiberglass, reinforced body filler with fiberglass resin that you use to mix resin for putting on matte fiberglass. And I'm thinning the fiberglass out. Take it if you like it, and if you don't, it's okay. It sure does make the fiberglass smooth out quite a bit.
It makes blades smoother. Blades smoother with less bubbles in it.
Woo! I don't know if less bubbles or not. I have no idea about that, but I think I make bubbles. Jimbo said I was the bubble making machine. So, at all times I'm thinking about what I'm doing next. I guess get some fiberglass, get some mud on these taillights, and then I got to figure out the bumper situation. And I'm thinking about the front end situation. I really do not want to go out and buy. I don't want to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. I'm thinking about if I do the car the way it is right now, I'm not going to go down any further than that. I might weld a pan on the back, so I might have to grind that up. I'm not sure what's going to happen there yet. Mixed way too much fiberglass. Did I ever? Did I ever? Mix too much, sweetheart? Nah, not at all. There's a transition right here. I'll use her up. A transition. Sand up most of it off, no doubt in my mind, but there is a transition there. Remember, if you don't have the product, you can't sand it off. And I made too much. I think.
Good enough. Good enough, son.
Trying to get it looking best I can get it looking. Didn't really want to get in here with fiberglass, but I've got some left over. That's how much it needs. Just in case there's any pits or anything, get something on it. I was just going to use body fill on that, but where I've got this fiberglass, I can't let it go. Yeah, kind of hardened up on me. The rag. So basically what I'm thinking about is trying to use everything on the car that came with the car. Like, I'd like to change a few things about the front end of it, but as soon as I do that, it's going to be doesn't bother me about the work, I guess. It's about, I won't have, even if I do the work and change the pieces, I still won't have them in really, really, really good shape once it's painted, if you know what I'm trying to say. I just don't feel like I want to go out and spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on getting something re-chromed, and I don't think it would be here on time when we painted it and all that sort of stuff. I just don't feel like that's where it's at. I got that thing wiped off, did I? I did. Good. Now I'm just going to take the drill. Just want to take out some small stuff. Put a little fill on things. All that small stuff has to be done. And what I like to do, I like to fill the outside, leave this stuff. It's pretty hard to fill both at once, but finish one side and do the other side. We'll do this, make it quicker. Anything to remove body fill faster than a piece of sandpaper, go for it. Now I can put something in there, throw something in there because we had work done there, right? We've had work done there. Throw some in here, throw some around here. So many spots, a mirror welded on there. Crazy. How many spots? Got some body fill here. I thought I ran out, but I got some. It's pretty hard. Well, it's Play-Doh. Anyways, we'll soften a piece up. That's what we'll do. We'll soften a piece up. She's cracked and everything in there. Might be able to get something out of it. I don't know if it was worth it or not, but if you haven't got it, now we got some fill we can work with, huh, baby? Seem like chunkies in there, but it's a good first start.
Chunky lumpies in there.
I know. Listen, nothing worse, is there? Nope. Whew.
That'll do. That weld's probably way stronger than the original rivets that were in there.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Originally they had rivets holding them. Ones I drilled in.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, don't do that. But I do want to fill that seam full. A lot of little places you wouldn't think about have to be filled, but there is. All I'm hoping for is that there's more on there than I need. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh, that was a mistake. I was just going to say, fill one side at a time. And what I do, I did it to myself. That needs to be done up in there though. Cool. Our line's going to stay the same, but there's all kinds of groovies in there where I took that grinder in there. We want to make that nice and smooth. And we want it, like anything else, more on than we need. Bad Chad's got a bad tooth. Joey's going to take me to the dentist and she's going to hold me down and haul a tooth out of my head.
She's going to have to hold your hand, just in case.
It's like the last dentist said. He said, you make a good wrestler. And I said, why is that? He said, you got the screaming down. Yeah, you got the screaming down. Right on. It wasn't me screaming, but it very well could be today.
Don't lie to us, Kyle. You know.
I tell you the
You're
truth.
allowed to cry a little bit if you have to.
Well, a tear come to my eye when I heard him say that. Like, I laughed so hard. Like, and I was going in to get some dentist spray. I don't know if I'm get out of here or what. Yeah, make a good wrestler. That turned out pretty good. Waste not, want not. Did you check inside the can? Did you look inside of it? She's so dry, you got cracks in the bottom. Looks like a desert floor. See it? Drier than a popcorn fart. Always got to get this board cleaned off, and if you don't, chuck it away. That's what I do. Just chuck it away. But I'll just scrape her down where I don't have to go get another one right now. But I use them up. I don't save that stuff. I just kind of throw it away. Now, let's buff this off for a second. Something to do, changing things up a little bit. We'll buff this filler off here. How's that look? There's what I'm going for.
The difference from the stock one to what we put in there, added that much more. Just used them
Okay.
to tip this in further. Is all it is, more or less. Just added in there.
Right here on the bottom here.
Yeah, the same thing originally. Just a little different there.
Right.
That made it work.
And you had to cut it off also.
Cut it off. And
This had to cut this
Oh,
off?
that's still the original length.
Okay.
That way it still bolts in the original holes.
Right on.
So we cut the top off.
Okay.
We did that piece there. Yeah.
Right on. You can see this, baby. Come take a look at this. This is what I'm wanting for this tail light, or for both tail lights, to be honest with you. I want that spear to come out all the way through there, and I think that's going to look quite dashing, I think, with the tail light on it. That's what I'm thinking about using the rest of the car for the build. Like, why would I go get something when I don't have to? Just want to go easy there because I want to see how you can tell that that line's going straight. Just tells me I'm sanding it straight, that's all. Piece of hand paper. I just don't want to take it too far. If I take it too far, then I'll be back into mixing up more mud, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I need a piece of sandpaper. Some days we aren't full tilt, which is a good thing. Some days it's nice not to be full tilt. I'm just running around putting some filler on things. Something like this, something like filling this out, you have to remember every time you need to put filler on, you have to go to the can and mix it, come back over. Remind yourself that when you're filling something out, because it takes time to do that. And if you come over and you splash a little bit more on than you need, then you're way better off than just putting a little tiny bit on and seeing if you can get it. Because you're going to get there anyways in the end. But if you can splash more on than you need, that's what I suggest to do. That's why some of this stuff can take so long. Ugh. A little more there. Hard place to get at. 40 grit. This is 40 grit, what I'm using. Probably too coarse around the paint, but need some filler down around there. This stuff slows you down, this stuff. All hand sand, hard to get any machine tools in there to help you. And what I did get, it helped me. It took off so fast that it was over. I had to go back to the hand sand it. So I'm not saying it's over for the tail lights or the rear end yet, but I'm saying I like the tail lights where it's going. I like it. Good vibe. Yeah. What do you think of that, sweetheart? Let's buzz this off. And we'll put filler on both of them. think I got a pan going on here. Maybe I'll have to clean that up, but I think down after this, we'll see what happens. Something like that. See what happens. Remember all that fiberglass I put on there? Paper. We want right on our metal here. And you can hear it scratching. Some filler in it from before. Not digging it out in this car, just gonna fix what I got. Hope I'm not doing anything. Okay, he's not even on the thing. Just wondering if I was bouncing around. No, not necessary. I don't want to take all the fiberglass off. I want some glass on there to to fill that line up is what I want. So I'm not going to weld it up because it's just going to act like poo-poo. And it's going to look like poo-poo in the end. And you know just as well as I do, we'll have pinholes in it everywhere. And when you go to grind it off, you'll be disappointed anyways. What's that? You know what I'm saying, eh? It does. It goes like poop. But anyways, I'm going to leave a little bit of fiberglass on there. That way there, we'll have some strength. I want to get this fiberglass up here. I don't want to sand it. I just want to take it off so I can put some filler on it. Put the fiberglass on for the weld and the strength. Here I can rub it on with my hands better. Still covering the weld. We got metal showing here, so we know we're right at the point where the ocean floor, where it needs to be. Ooh, them are some badass tail lights. Them are badass, I think anyways. I guess that's all that matters too, isn't it? Or, I mean, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Your decision matters the most. Are they okay? Huh? I almost got in trouble, didn't I? Yep. Yep, he said. Yep. Sometimes you need to be quiet. Jolene tells me that all the time, Nathan. Sometimes you just need to be quiet. It's true. Hard to learn something when you're talking, isn't it? It is. That's just starting to dry. That filler there is just starting to dry. And the reason it's just starting to dry is because I put so much resin in it. It reacts a little slower. Oh, I should buzz that off or put some more on. Now, I did not put enough filler. I only had a little bit of filler, that's why. I'm over here in Nathan's way, probably. Hitting metal everywhere, so I gotta stop. No sense going any further. That's why we don't prime fiberglass. You can see all the pinholes in that. I get little bits of filler I can mix up for that.
Brought my truck in there, Chad. It's got fiberglass. It's been on for 2 years. It hasn't been sanded. The bed is going to be drying.
Yeah, probably.
It's just going to stay there.
What year is the truck you're building, Nathan?
It's 78. F100.
He's building a 78. He's a Ford fan, Nathan is.
I've had it for a long time, but get it back together.
It's got a Crown Vic front end underneath it.
Crown Vic swap in the front, 4-link rear.
Can't wait to see it.
5-speed in it and stuff.
Nate likes to go fast too, so.
So I just pulled the cam with it last night. She's getting a new cam.
She's getting a new cam. I'm getting a tooth pulled out of my head. One of my cams. Yeah. Used her up, I did. Now, see if I can put that on there without making a big mess. Because it doesn't need much across there, but where it was not enough material, the well right on that edge, couldn't grind it back so it looked like nothing was there because there was no material there. So, now we got to put filler in it. We don't got to, but we are. So you can't tell. I guess that's the thing about a body man, isn't it? The better you can hide stuff, the better it looks. I don't know. Something like that. Let's see this here now. Ah, finger was rough. If you know what I'm trying to tell you. That was a better one, wasn't it, baby? It was a better one. That was the better one. Never pick up the tools underneath your feet. They'll always be there. to get a little bit of filler, so just use it where I think I need it. Got a lot of pinholes in this little piece. Going to end up taking that thing there off, I'm thinking. Just covering up where it was welded on there. That's all we're doing. Yeah. All right now, he says. Gonna have to order some more filler. I think Doug's he's not feeling well, I don't think, is he? Dougie's not feeling well today. Send your prayers out to you, Doug, while you're coughing and gagging. It would be hard not to get sick when you have a young person going to school every day with, you know, hundreds of other people really close. It'd be hard. Would it not? It would be, I think. I can just keep going around and around and around and around. This filler's just starting to get hard. That's just starting to get hard. You can see you got quite a sheen on it. How smooth that went on there. Nice. It's got a sheen to it. All right, everybody, I'm gonna let you rock and roll because we got some filler to get. We have to order some filler to come because I don't want to waste this to make that, to be honest with you. Doesn't make sense to me. We'll order some up and get her rocking and rolling. But the taillights, let's put them on so they can see them. Let's do that. Let's do that. I haven't seen them yet. Well, I tried them on the whole, but I haven't seen them on the car with the filler on the side. So they look decent. Still have to drill out some holes. Yeah, I do. Think that'll stay there or fall? Let's do that. I want a piece of tape. It's gonna fall, is it, baby? Taking the risk, aren't I? Huh? Taking a risk. We still got the gasket to go in there. They fit good. Really good. Have a great day. Come back tomorrow. We'll be here.